And we also have loops. Now, loops are very small music cues that are going to just repeat over and over again. We're going to stitch them together. And they tend to be, I don't know, maybe 2 to 4 bars long. By bars, I mean a bar is a unit of musical measure that we have beats inside of. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a bar. And then the second bar, 2, 2, 3, 4. Third bar, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, and so on. All right. And so they tend to be very short. Now, a lot of games do use loops to stitch together these cues, as I mentioned. They can be random, like kind of, just a meandering aesthetic thing. But sometimes it could be loops that ramp up dynamically, okay? Either way, we want to make sure that the listening experience is seamless. And that's not always easy to do, but that's why we have things like middleware that can help us with these tasks. So we have a start cue, perhaps, like you saw in the cyberpunk cue for SimCity Societies, and then we have a series of loops. This is just what I did in that game. Okay, although it had more depth to it in terms of there were different levels, interactive levels. And so we have these loop cues here. They're just playing one after the other, and at some point we end it. And that could be the end of the tune. Then perhaps we start a new tune or play the same one again. And that's basically how it works. And what we call the start and the end cue, we often call them just musical bookends, just like a book on your bookshelf, right? And how does that work? Well, let me just play something for you. So this is a series, many games. We just like open road racing here. Dun, 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 leaping right there in the middle of the water. Dun, 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 dun. And there's several variations on this 2-chord progression. Yes, I know the Wii created, but it is a loop. It's a large loop, but it's very effective. And I can't help but smile and laugh every time I hear this tune, no matter what. No matter how sad you get. If you ever get like really depressed, play this tune. I guarantee you'll be smiling in 2 minutes. And that's the beginning right there. And it just plays endlessly, but it's seamless. And again, it works perfectly for the application. All right, let's move on to something else here. Got one more, I think. Yes. Overlord. All right, orchestral themes.
Come on, princess. You move like a dead badger. Shame you don't smell as good.
It's kind of a Danny Elfman thing
He's
underneath.
out of your reach, sire. Use your minions to shut his flapping mouth.
Right here.
Tubbs, they should call you the Overlord.
1, 2, 3, 4. New segment.
It warms my black heart to see them running about the place, trying to rip each other apart. Call your minions back, Master. All of them. Right, Mr. Overlord, show me
New
some
segment.
evil.
If you need your minions to follow a complicated route, then you must sweep them through it.
And right. So there's these constant loops that are playing, and there you just got an example of the start cue, the middle segments, and then the end cue for Overlord, which is a pretty neat game. If you can find it, it's a lot of fun. Moving on to ambient tracks. So as I've mentioned, environmental ambience, right, we know is very sparse and unobtrusive, and the same goes for music in this category. It serves as a backdrop when we want to enhance some sort of environment. Maybe we just want to set a mood for the game, for that level or whatever. Okay. And as you can imagine, they might be just extremely sparse, like 1 or 2 instruments. They could be fully orchestrated, but they don't have to be over the top. It's possible to do this. But, really I think the trick is to keep the music as open-ended as possible. Even if you have a large level of orchestration, you can kind of have a sparse arrangement. in any case, you still have to find a way in this kind of loose thread to convey emotions that are needed for the scene. So let's listen to a few examples of ambient game music. Spore had some really good stuff. I mean, it's barely there, but it serves a purpose. For children now, I just had a flute and a sistrum, was really a tambourine on a stick, but that's what a sistrum is.
Good day, neighbor.
I just had a, oh, this is great, Galactic Civilizations. It's that space opera, sweeping epic, very minimalist, but very effective. Okay, so there's some examples for you.